Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Kappa Recovery. Today, we're going to be talking about how to heal from trauma. This is an article by verywellmind.com. Verywellmind.com. If you'd like to have this article, you can visit that website. Give you a little background about me. I'm a recovery coach here. I'm also a recovery myself. Little things what we do here at Kappa Recovery, we can help get people in a detox, inpatient, outpatient, IOP. We have resources we can help people with mental illness to facilitate that. Housing, funding for Oxford housing, sober living, stuff in that nature. So we'll hop into how to heal from trauma. It says if you have recently dealt with a traumatic event, you might be worried that you're going to feel lousy indefinitely. While it can help, certainly take some time to feel fully happy and healthy again. There are many steps you can take to help you move forward. Now, know that you will indeed be okay again, and that you have the power to make your healing journey effective one. This article discusses how to heal from trauma. We'll first look at exactly what trauma is, so you can be clear that is what you're experiencing. Then you'll share various steps you can take and tips you can try. So we're talking about trauma and things that we can do to heal from trauma. And it says, what is trauma? Trauma is the result of a negative event. It occurs when you feel emotionally or mentally hurt by something that has happened, and it may lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, which is commonly referred to as PTSD. Examples of traumatic events include the death of someone you love, experience of abuse, a plane or automobile crash, extremely difficult relationship or breakup, or a natural disaster like an earthquake or hurricane. If you feel shocked and saddened and anxious or otherwise overwhelmed by an occurrence like one of the above, you're probably experiencing trauma. The trauma isn't the event of one of the above you're probably experiencing itself, but rather your body and mind's response to it. Traumatic stress affects the brain, which makes it crucial to take steps toward recovery and mitigate the negative effects and impacts as much as possible. So we're talking about some of the traumatic events that can happen in our life that it says relationships, breakups, abusive relationships, hurricanes, earthquakes, some of the factors that cause trauma that sometimes we don't know it causes that much of an impact in that moment, but later on in life, we come to realize, it has a very big impact on, because sometimes the trauma events happen that we go to using drugs and alcohol or have developed mental illness over this. And it says accept support. So it's one of the ways we can deal with our trauma. Accept the support. First and foremost, getting past trauma is to want to heal and be willing to accept the help and support. It might turn out that much of your healing journey occurs alone, or it might involve a lot of community support or individual therapy. Whichever route it is going to take, naturally you have the best chance of recovering well if you are in the space of accepting support. You might receive support from loved ones and support group, a therapist, or from friends or colleagues. The important part here is to get into a mindset where you understand that others may likely be able to help you, and you are willing to take that help. What is unresolved trauma? So it's saying accept support. Support groups, therapy, counseling, some 12-step fellowships, there's a lot of different pathways, you say pathways to recover, there's different pathways to recover from trauma. We can't do it alone. We have to have somebody in our corner, and it's effective more that way. And it goes on to say, find the right help. Next, you'll want to find the right type of help for your situation. If therapy seems like the right step for you, you can look specifically for a trauma-informed therapist to ensure the therapist is able to work with trauma and provide you with the best possible service. Or it might feel better to attend a support group so that you can be around others who have experienced a similar situation and find understanding and community. Yes, very effective of being around other people that dealt with same things that you're going through or been through is more effective seeking help that way, because it's a lot easier and a lot better to like open up to somebody that's been same down the same road you have been, and it just talks about make sure like the therapists and counselors, dealt with trauma based information, stuff like that. So you want to find somebody that is beneficial for you. And it goes along, it says, connect with others. Whether or not you attend a support group around healing, it will help you connect with other people. You don't need to center your trauma with the group, and you don't even necessarily need to talk to other people about your trauma. If it doesn't feel like the right move for you, connection with others is key to happiness as humans, and isolating yourself while dealing with trauma can lead to negative outcomes like depression. Spend time with friends when you feel up for it and share what you've experienced when it feels right. So sometimes we have to do things and talk about things that we don't want to, right? But it's a lot more freeing to open up and do things that we don't want to do sometimes. It can feel uncomfortable. We might like it. We might not even think it might be right or it's for us, but like in the long run, and we can end up benefiting from it. So this talks about connections with others. We have to open up and find a network of people that were just like us, right? So physical movement. Exercise has been shown to improve symptoms of PTSD. In addition to directly helping you heal, exercise and physical movement also provide your body with much needed feel-good chemicals like endorphins. If you don't love working out, that's okay. Take walks, do something fun like bike riding or roller skating, move along to a yoga video, or have a solo dance party. Anything that involves moving your body will help you heal. And we should be exercising anyway in life. We want to stay healthy, somewhat healthy. And I think for like this, the physical movement, it can keep you more occupied with what you're doing than isolating yourself or getting in your head, keep your body going, so you can really take the focus off the trauma or wherever your situation you're going through. It's more of focusing on the outside of exercise and getting fit, eating a little healthier, because like if we feel good, we usually do good. So I like that. What's the next one? It says work with your feelings. Journaling is a common way to manage stress and move through complex events. Give it a try if you feel like it might be beneficial for you. If it doesn't, it will still be helpful to spend time sitting with your feelings. Do your best to get in touch with what you're feeling. Allow yourself to experience it entirely for a few moments to notice how it passes. Feeling your feelings and accepting them is key to healing from trauma. You may have some difficult feelings along the way, like anger, and that's okay. It's natural to have a wide variety of emotions, and there's nothing wrong if some of them are new for you. how to find emotional healing. Um, so I like this part of work with your feelings, because we all have emotions, we all have feelings, and that's okay. We have anger, we have fear, we have anxiety, depression. Like we have a lot of emotions and feelings, but we're human. We're supposed to have them feelings and emotions, but it's like it talks about accepting them and letting them go. So we sit with them, we accept them, we can analyze them a little bit and let them go because they do pass. Feelings and emotions, we're not stuck with that specific thing for life. So, might um, stay with us a little longer than you want it to, right? But it does pass. And like there's some of these steps that we can do, and it talks about journaling. Another one was talking about like exercise, and there's a lot of ways that we can process these emotions and feelings in a healthier way, and in a beneficial way. So instead of acting out, I and bad behaviors, to actually just make us feel worse. And practice self care. Self care reduces stress, equally important. It feels good. Practice self care through your healing journey by regularly taking action to do things that feel good and loving for yourself. Self care acts can be simply and free and might be as mundane as taking a bath. What matters is that you set time aside to care for yourself and you do things that make you feel loved. Very important self care, right? Because we get caught in daily life. We can get caught up in work, schooling, a lot of things we can caught up in daily life, and like we can put ourselves on the back burner. We don't practice too much self care. Um, take some days or take some hours out of the week for yourself to, center yourself, to, how do you say, to get spiritually grounded, to release some of the things that we obtain throughout the week and process throughout the day to, talks about there's one way to deal with trauma is can be meditation. There's a lot of things that we can do to deal with trauma and these negative behaviors and thinking and these emotions and feelings. Um, but like I said, we can deal with them in a healthy manner today. It says avoid recreational substance. So while healing from trauma, it might be incredibly tempting to drink or do drugs because recreational substances are addictive and help your brain stop thinking and feeling. This is not the right time for them. You won't be able to work through your feelings if you're actively avoiding them by taking substance. Know that is temporary, and you can go back to activities like social drinking once you have taken time to heal from your trauma. The connection between PTSD and military service. So, saying that stay away from substance and drinking and stuff like that. When just in general, right? Drugs and alcohol is never the answer for our problem, right? We might think it is, it's like it can be a temporary fix for a long life problem, and it just never works. It just makes you worse. Then you make yourself worse than what you feel. The craziness that how we think that it might be masking the emotions and feelings and masking that trauma with substance, but the problems and the emotions and feelings are always still there. You know, which you would call insanity, thinking we can do the same thing and expect different results. You think we can use drugs and alcohol to better our lives or, help us get through these negative emotions and feelings, which it really makes it worse. It says take breaks. When moving through healing, you might find that you're more tired than usual, or you might feel like you have physical energy, but your mind doesn't work as well. Healing from trauma takes a lot of energy. The best way to deal with your reduced energy during this time, whether physical or mental, is to be gentle with yourself. Taking breaks, even from doing fun things, to pause and give yourself a moment will help you keep your energy up, ensure you don't exhaust yourself. So take breaks. Don't overwhelm yourself. Uh, take it one step at a time. Slow down. Um, it's all about taking care of yourself. We don't take care of yourself, we can't take care of nobody or help anybody. So yourself is very important. Um, says practice mindfulness or meditation. One act that's well proven to support healing is mindfulness. Is a method of experience in life where you make a point of paying attention to each moment. You stay present for everything from your thoughts and feelings to how things are for you physically. It can help you relieve stress. Additionally, meditation and breath work, which are natural overshoots of mindfulness, can improve stress levels and help you feel more relaxed and settled in your life. These are all helpful for healing. Yes, me and my sponsor, we do some meditations here and there, and I'm surprised how much that works. Like I'm surprised how still I can stay, and breathing techniques and like it says reduces stress, anxiety. Um, that sense of calmness. That it really does work. We might not think it is like, how's that going to help me? But how you know it's going to not help you if you don't even try? So I've been not recently, but in the past, doing some meditations and just staying still and being calm and breathing um, reduces a lot of stress, anxiety, and help with your emotions and feelings in that moment. And it says engaging creativity. Lastly, having fun is a great healing tool. Getting creative for you might mean making music or just listening to it. I love music. That's one of my outlets, music. It might mean writing poetry, journaling, or even just reading a fiction book. Engaging your brain in creative and artistic and vendors has been proven to improve psychological outcomes in people. You can try art therapy or be completely casual about your creativity and do it alone. What matters is that you engage with anything creative that feels positive for you. Healing from trauma might feel overwhelming. Know that there are many options at your disposal, and if you use them, you'll be on your way to feeling better soon. So, there's a lot of creativity things you can do: drawing, journaling, coloring. If it's listening to music, that's one of my go-tos is music. I love music. It gets me out of myself. It gets me out of my head. It does relieve the anxiety and these negative emotions and feelings you can have at sometimes. Um, and it talks about poetry. So there's a lot of outlets that you can, you have to find out what helps you, and these are a lot of the steps that you can, practice to help you with these traumas. And these sometimes they don't help right away. That's why it's always like talks about practice. Let's go see. Frequently asked questions. What are the 5 stages of trauma? Trauma can cause emotions similar to grief, which is why the 5 stages of trauma are similar to the 5 stages of grief. Their stages are number one, denial, a defense mechanism that helps you reduce the initial impact of the trauma. Two, anger, the reality of the experience sets in. Three, bargaining, people begin to try to take control of difficult emotions they are experiencing. Depression, characterized characterized by sadness, low energy, guilt, and social withdrawal. And five, acceptance, a step toward healing that allows people to process their trauma and come to terms with what they are experienced. So that's like 5 stages of grief, and that's like there's 5 stages of trauma. And in the past, like I went to grief counseling, and I actually was dealing the 5 stages of grief and stuff like that. So that's awesome that you can do like the 5 stages of trauma too. So that's awesome. I didn't know that. Can you ever be completely healed from trauma? So it's going to be talking about it. Can you ever like get healed from trauma or actually get through it? Yes, it's possible to fully recover from trauma and live a fulfilling, happy life. It may take time, and ultimately you may not be the exact same person you were before. The experience, however, treatment and self-help strategies can help you process your experience, develop new coping skills, and find ways to move past the trauma. It says, how long does the trauma take to heal? It can take time to recover following a traumatic event. One study found that 20% of people recover within 3 months, 27% within 6 months, and 50% of people with PTSD recover within 2 years. The study also found that 77% had fully recovered within a decade. So I'm not a percentage guy, just to be honest, just my opinion on that, because like everybody, can get through things differently. Might take longer than others, shorter than others. Some of those might fully recover from them. Some, we just come to accept them. So you can't put like a time limit or, a range of who or what you can heal from, so I just stick with it, what helps for you. Because if I put a percentage on it, or if this person is dealing with this more than I can deal with, I will just get caught up in some shit that I don't want to. So I just, take it one day at a time. And there's like this article, which is pretty cool, and I actually keep this for myself. And there's like outlets that you can help with trauma. So it's how to heal from trauma. And that was the end of that. And like I said, my name is Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery. I see Bailey. Thank you for showing up, Bailey. Until next time, I'll see you guys again.